I am Nikhel Goel. I am General Manager for Carestream Health in India. I take care of the India cluster, which is also called South Asia. So I think medical imaging industry, first of all, is one very important part of the care pathway, as we call it. So you have diagnosis and you treat, and then you have return to wellness. So medical imaging plays a critical role in diagnosing a disease. So whatever trend happens on the disease side or on the patient side is where the advancement come, and that's the main trend in the medical imaging industry, that there is phenomenal technological advancement happening today, whether it is artificial intelligence, whether it is cloud computing, whether it's the whole aspect of how to make the technology precise for the user, which is radiology. So that's one which is a big gamut of everything happening on technology. The second one is everything happening for patient convenience or experience, which includes bringing the imaging technology to the bedside. It's also called portable technology. The third main trend, I believe, is home care, which is basically again going to the patient rather than you getting the patient to your hospital or any care system. And fourth, interestingly, which I believe will be a major disruptor in the future, is your wearable diagnostic devices. So you have today something like a BP monitor, or you can see an Apple Watch. I think going forward, medical imaging will also disrupt in that segment. The medical imaging industry globally and as well as in India is a very vibrant market, largely because it's growing by virtue of diagnosis, growing by virtue of patient profiling differently. So old people getting older, younger population getting diseases earlier. So all of these demographics define the medical imaging industry. I think if you look in the past, you had very specific kind of solutions. You had the traditional X-ray, which is a medical film, which we are a part of. Slowly you started getting computer radiography like the CR solution. Today everything is about digital radiography. And then what does the future hold for us? The future holds far more intuitive devices. It holds devices which will probably be far more precise, be more patient friendly. With the use of technology, it will also mean that it has to be safer, it has to be cloud compatible, there has to be an element of cyber security in all of this. And really the industry is shaping up for a lot of action on the AI front as well, because that has to be integrated with the entire piece. And overall, I think if you look at any player who's playing in this from a product side like we are all gunning up to bring in different category of solution to different kind of markets. So you will have the super low or the value market, as we call it, where the patients can or the hospitals can afford a very limited budget. Then you will have the super premium products which are probably mostly tendered in this country, and then you will also have what we call as mid-tier in this country, where we are trying to bring in far more balanced offerings, where it would make sense for the patients as well as from an affordability perspective for the buyers. I think medical imaging, when you talk about challenges, we respond to our ecosystem, and our ecosystem is well defined in what is classically called 5 Ps. 5 Ps is your patients, physicians are the people who treat, provider, which is your hospital system, then you come to the payer, who are the people who pay. For example, in India now you have Ayushman Bharat, and last but not the least, policy. So if you look at the challenges, the first major challenge is for the kind of population, for example, India has. Let's talk about India. You have very disproportionate number, and that is lesser number of radiologists who are people who can actually provide those services, and that is why our medical colleges churning out radiologists are so important for the number of seats they have, so on and so forth. The second one is your payer being who pays for your services. In advanced countries, you have the reimbursed economies where government pays. In India, there is part which government pays, most of it is out of pocket from a patient perspective. So as a result, the kind of solution that you can afford is different. You might go for a X-ray sometimes, CT, MRI, all depends upon your paying ability. Last but not the least, the policy is getting shaped in different manners. So when COVID came, there was this lot of emphasis on HRCT, which is your high resolution computed tomography of the chest, basically, which is your chest CT. Will that become a norm? How does policy shape the entire medical imaging industry is one big challenge as well as an opportunity. I think the way to define the impact of artificial intelligence is usually the amount of companies which have jumped into the bandwagon of artificial intelligence in medical imaging. So if you go to any national, international conference, you will see tons of companies which are talking about their AI solution. How can it be clubbed with medical imaging devices like CT, MR to really create transformative solutions. And if one looks at 5 years back, when the basic application even in COVID times has been the chest X-ray, and the AI solution there helps to pick up any anomaly. I think going forward, the sheer application to all other disease states, especially to start with oncology, going further to maybe even complex orthopedics, I think will really define the disease solutions for the specialist. And I think a lot of it will happen when there is a digital pathway also created in the country by respect to policy. Maybe it can be on the data sharing, data integration, it can be on patient privacy, even on the back end, such as being defined by the Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. So a lot can happen, but how fast it happens, it's really just a matter of time. Carestream is erstwhile Kodak, and Kodak obviously was a leader in the medical imaging industry. So from a history perspective, we are a 100-year-old enterprise. We are far older within India, from 50 year plus of legacy. Some of the key milestones, and one that we are celebrating this year is 25 years of our patented dry view technology, which is your printing technology. So across the industry, we would be known for our printers, for our X-ray films, which is our key products. But then over a period of time, we were ones who introduced some of the milestone inventions when it came to computer radiography, when it came to digital radiography. I think in the last 3-4 years, we have introduced products which are useful in converting analog solutions to digital solutions. And in the near future, we are looking at bringing in more mid-tier solutions into the X-ray market, as well as value products into that particular fold. We'll also be looking at more consumable products in the radiology field.